so like I said, we're just here you're talking to two of Fresno's top producing agents. We're both at eXp Realty now, and we thrive in different areas. Andy was recently the CEO of the hugest local brokerage here. He is my mentor that I go to, and the reason that I feel that I am so strong in my contract knowledge and able to protect my clients so well is having a mentor that's always accessible like him.
Can I introduce her now?
Yeah.
So I think I've known Caitlyn for about 7 years. I remember when she was getting her license, and I had this pleasure of mentoring her in her first year in real estate. She was the rookie of the year. I remember, closed over 20 transactions. Her average sales price was one of the highest in the office.
The first year, yeah.
But for me, as mentor, it's one thing to say, okay, here's what you do. It's another thing to have them go blind faith, do it, crush it, and then have amazing results, and that was you. And
Thank you. This is a changing market, you guys. There's a lot going on. Coronavirus, we are being socially distant. During our fireside chat, there's a lot of questions that buyers and sellers are having. We are using these social platforms to be in contact with you. If you're planning to buy or sell in this market in 2020, you're hearing from two of the best, all right?
I think there's something that, I sent this video to you yesterday, I think there's something that is not really being talked about. There's no shortage of COVID-19 videos or content right now.
And if you need mine that I filmed earlier this week sent to you, I will do that. And Andy has one too. We both did that. And so if you're worried about COVID-19 in your transaction, send me a DM right away. I'll get that to you, or you're gonna have Andy's Instagram handle as well.
The market, inventory is crazy low, and yet demand is still high.
There's particular reasons that people still need to sell right now.
Yeah.
There's particular reasons. They may have just bought a home and they need to sell right now. I just got a referral from Los Angeles today. He has to move to Fresno right now. Okay, so
but there's even normal ones that are happening where they just see it as the ripe opportunity, so they're selling and trading up because it's a perfect storm.
And buyers because buyers are still capturing those really, really low interest rates, and they're going to be the only house on the market. So we can sell your house right now. If you are that particular person, do not be scared. Reach out to me, reach out to Andy. You are in the best hands ever with us selling your house.
So I want to go back to something. You said it a minute ago. There's two stats that I just read. Last 24 hours, 23 houses put on the market, 25 went under contract. Last 3 weeks, 77% of all the inventory sold. People are still buying like crazy.
So let's break that down for you. So so that's a lot less listings hitting the market right now than we would normally see. I think right before this.
That's only 24 hours, so it's hard to take a snapshot.
That's 24 hours.
24 hours was the 23 listings and 25 pendings, but the 3 weeks of March that we're just a little over 3 weeks right now, 77% of all the new inventory sold.
So you're in a good place still, but the market was so hot right before this that it's not as good of a place, but you're still in a good place. And look, they're still selling. I did a video on my Instagram with a mortgage lender, one of the best in town, Tristan Purcell, about his projections of what's going to happen with interest rates. Interest rates are still incredibly low. So there's a lot of stuff for you guys to check out. One thing I'd like to mention, if you are a current homeowner, you need to be checking out these stimulus packages that are just being approved by the government about mortgage payment relief. And if you're a landlord, you're going to get some relief as well because your tenants are getting relief. And stay up to date on that. If you have questions about that, you can reach out to Andy or I.
Yep.
Anything you can think of that...
You covered a lot. I think from a forecast standpoint, biggest concern people have is going into this economic distress is it going to result in a housing crisis? It's not a housing crisis that's caught us up into this, so most likely not. Some have asked us, is it similar to what happened in 2007, 2008? No, I think it's more similar to what happened around 9/11, where it's nothing that was caused by the housing industry. It was a terrible circumstance. It resulted in a lot of fear on the other side of it, and that squeezed the economy. You had the dot-com bubble bursting at the same time, but we came out on the other side of it, and real estate thrived. So here we are 20 years later, and if you look at what happened then, even what happened in 2007, 2008, everyone would argue that our federal government learned, or the financial markets learned, the mortgage industry learned, and they're all responding as a result of those lessons. So it's my opinion, and I don't have a crystal ball that works, but I think we're going to turn out on the other side, coming out of this like a cannon. Everything in mortgage is changing by the day, by the hour. I mean, just yesterday standards changed. Just today, because the stimulus package at the time we're recording this was approved today. So mortgage standards are tightening up and changing today. So you want to make sure that you get pre-approved.
One thing I want to say, investors, people that are property owners right now, now's the time to look at, I think there's going to be big opportunities for you guys here. I know a lot of the investors I work with, and I'd love to work with any of you property owners, and he would too, are going to be pulling money out, cashing in on the low rates and pulling money out to acquire other properties.
I think they're going to pull money out to be in a position to have more liquidity to buy more stock. They're going to want to buy in the very near future. Liquefy.
Well, the 4 that I talked to this week are looking to buy more properties.
Awesome.
There's going to be people doing that too. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
I'm a real estate believer through and through, because God's not making more land, but
good old country girl.
good old country girl. But that's something to be looking at, and all these things are, as our careers are looking different during the coronavirus, as all of yours are more and more these days. What we do have time to, and the services we like to offer you, and to be as valuable as possible to you, is to call, text, DM, FaceTime us. Any questions you have about anything we've mentioned here, it's our honor, our pleasure, and something that we just love doing. It's free to talk to us. We love sharing knowledge. I'd love to help you set up your building wealth through real estate, and I think that the opportunities are going to be boundless when we pull out of this coronavirus. One thing I'd like to say is that I'm praying for our world and everybody right now, and this is not a fun thing, a pandemic. I mean, that's terrible. But we will pull through. In the real estate economy, you're talking to 2 experts here, local experts here. This is our truth, our opinion. This was off the cuff, and I think you probably got some, hopefully, good information from this. Share this. Please share this video with people, because this is valuable information that your coworkers, your friends, your family need to hear. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Your home is going to be okay. The market's going to be okay. And if we go into a recession after this, what was the statistic? Typically, it's only been, out of the 7 last recessions, 1 time it impacted the housing market. So keep your spirits up about the housing market. If you were planning to move in 2020 to make a move, you'd be doing yourself a disservice to let this knock you off your horse and get scared without having a conversation with us more in depth. Because you're never going to be able to borrow money for cheaper than you can borrow money right now, or for the long foreseeable future. It's incredible, the historical lows of interest rates. And so let's get talking. Let's get your market value and planning how you're going to sell your home. Thank you for following, you guys, and I hope that helped provide some value to you guys.
Yep.
Again, I'm Caitlyn Peck.
I'm Andy Nazaroff.
And we're with eXp Realty here in Fresno. I've been a realtor for 7 years, a top producer. You've been...
About no, just...
I was going to say,
just
I don't know. Just under 20? Just under 20. You can trust us. Have a great day, you guys. Thank you.